Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have got a new toy to play with, which is the KKW Beauty and Mario palette. So this palette I've had sitting for a few weeks now. I've been too lazy to do anything with it because I wanted the first time I used it to be on screen. And as fate would have it, Kim K just slayed everyone's entire existence at the Met Gala. So I thought, let's do a little KKW full glam inspired look using this palette. So I got the palette. I also got the lip gloss, because you don't bring out a lip gloss and call it super nude and expect me not to buy it. So yeah, let's look at the palette. The colours are bomb. There's a nice mixture of neutrals, shimmers, matte and a pop of blue. I bet you all thought I was going to do a little pop of blue, but think again, next time maybe. So I thought today we would do a nice kind of Kim K Met Ball inspired look. Really smoky, really glam, because she stole the show from everyone else. I don't care what you say, she was snatching weaves or whatever you would call it. So this was really inspired me. I loved how glam she looked, I loved how flawless she looked. Her eyes were so smoky, so 90s supermodel vibe, which I really liked. So I thought, let's try that today. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this look using the KKWxMario palette, then just keep watching. But before you do, there's a button there that you need to push. It is called subscribe. Good, cool. So let's keep going and let's get right into the fun stuff, which is the makeup. So we have been joined by a surprise visitor today. I'm sitting getting ready to set up the film and Harvey has said that he wants to join me. So these little bunches here, this little man here, you're not saying hello to the camera? Oh, he's grumpy, he just wants attention. Say hello. Who's this? Oh, he's too much. Right, are you want to go down? You can't sit up here, it's too sore. Right, okay. So while Harvey sits in my lap, because he's not going down anytime soon, I've already prepped my skin using my beloved Nip and Fab Dragon's Blood Plumping Serum. I use this day in, day out. I think it gives a really nice glow to the skin, as well as really plumping the skin up so that all makeup sits really nice on top of it. Now I'm just loading my skin up with the Urban Decay Rehab Makeup Prep Japanese Hot Springs Gel. This as a base for makeup is so nice because it's just really liquidy, watery, really hydrating, and just plumps the skin up. But I really like it because it doesn't leave any sort of residue in the skin or anything that's going to affect how the makeup would sit later on. So I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Rebound first, and I'm going to just mix my face to plump the skin. So I really like this for prepping the skin. It is infused with collagen, so it is really firming, it's really plumping and really radiance boosting, and it gives the skin a really nice radiant plumped up finish. So that and my Dragon's Blood together, my skin is going to be looking popping. So for foundation today, I'm going to mix a little cocktail. This little cocktail of foundation has been something that's been really working for me recently. It has become quite a favourite of mine really quickly. So what I'm going to mix together is my, of course, Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. This is in shade 5.0. And then I'm also going to be using the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade Fawn. I'm going to mix the two of these together. It just gives the skin a really nice finish. So I just take a couple of pumps of the All Nighter foundation, a couple of pumps of the Superstay foundation, a few little drops of my Urban Decay Drop Shot mixed in, and then I apply the foundation by striping all over my face with a foundation brush and then just buffing everything out with a nice beauty blender. The one I'm using today is the Morphe Beauty Sponge. I really like the mixture of these two foundations together. I just think they complement each other really nicely. They'll give my skin a really nice kind of satin finish with a still really good full coverage. I know you might be scared to mix together two really full coverage long wearing matte foundations, but the Superstay and the All Nighter do really mix really nicely, and I always think that they do look really nice in the skin, and I always get loads of compliments on what foundation I'm wearing when it's these two mixed together as well. I feel like the Superstay has maybe got a little bit more of a satin finish, so when you mix this in with the All Nighter, you still get a really full coverage. It's not going to go anywhere. You get a little bit of a glow from that drop shot. I really think this is my go-to combination right now. For concealer, I am going in with my Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay in the shade Light Warm. This, of course, is one of my go-to everyday concealers. I am fully aware that I always use way more than what would be recommended for my concealer, but it's me that's wearing it. If you don't like it, And then I usually like to let my concealer sit for a little bit just to kind of really develop and get a little bit extra coverage from it. And then I'm going to take my damp beauty sponge again and I'm going to just blend that out. And I always kind of start with the edges first, where I just blend it into the foundation and kind of almost push that product into the skin and slightly up towards the under eye. Then whatever's left, just take over the eyelids. Really no purpose apart from I just don't want to waste any product. And if anyone has got any tips on how to film a video with your little dog sitting on your knee, then feel free to comment below, because this little man is too comfy and does not want to go down, even though he is completely in my way. But how could you ever turn his face away? He's just so cute. Oh, what a Harvey. So what I'm going to do now is fill in my brows. You've seen me do this before on camera a few videos ago, so I'm not going to bore you with it a second time. So I'm just going to fill in my brows and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my brows are done. I'm just going to quickly carve them out. I'm going to use my little Zoeva smudger brush, and how I carve my brows out now is kind of lazy. I'm just going to run the concealer. So I literally just run the concealer straight underneath the brow bone, one eye at a time. Take that brow smudger brush from Zoeva and just really just make sure that that is snatched. So what I'm going to do now is prime my eyes. I'm sure this will come as a surprise to no one that I'm using my Urban Decay eye primer in Eden, because it is literally all I use. I really do find that I am yet to discover a product that makes my eyeshadow look as popping at the end of the day as when it's first applied, as I have with my Eden. So I'm just loading up my eye with my eye primer, of course, and then just pat that out with my ring finger. Make sure that it's super blended. You don't want any lumps or bumps because you want the eyeshadow to really glide over. Right, so I've been watching quite a lot of like videos with like KKW makeup and how Mario does makeup, and I've noticed that he does really like to layer a lot of concealers. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that Revolution C1 concealer again and just really make sure that the under eye is looking super bright. So I'm just going to pop a little bit more of that on. I think it just adds a more kind of realistic approach if you're using little bits of different ones than one really light concealer and just blending that out. It can look really harsh. So just a little bit of brightness, a little bit of layering, I feel will give a really more realistic effect and a really nice highlight. And of course, if you're setting it properly, you will not have to worry about the creasing. To set, I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Powder. So I'm just going to beauty blender this on and really kind of press it into the skin. Of course, now I'm realising why I don't wear black when I'm filming videos, because I'm literally going to be covered, but you know, we'll make it work. Right, I don't want my bake to be really heavy, so I'm not going to let this sit for too long. What I'm going to just do is let it sit for a second and I'm going to just dust it away. And I'm just going to make sure that when I'm dusting it away, I'm really pressing it into the skin. Take a little bit of that over the lid as well. I'm not adding anything extra, but just whatever's there, you might as well just use it just to set that base. But let's get to the moment we've all been waiting for, which is to whip out my KKW Beauty KKWxMario palette. This palette is something that has had me so excited, and I've seen it. I've seen videos for it all over the internet, everywhere on YouTube, Instagram. It has been getting great reviews. I've been so excited to get this. Of course, yet again, us British customers have to wait longer for shipping, pay customs, which is just weeks before payday, but it's worth it because this palette is beautiful. So I've not actually touched this yet. I've not played with it, I've not worn it. I think I might have lightly swatched a few, but warm neutrals and a pop of blue. Is this me in a palette? I think so. The first thing I thought about this palette when I first seen it is it's actually a lot smaller than what it looks in pictures and on YouTube and stuff, but it's beautiful. Like, the colours are just so nice. I'm so drawn to all these nice kind of warm colours. I'm not doing the blue today. So I'm not going to do the blue today just because I think that one thing I've noticed that I'm really missing on my YouTube so far is I've not done a really classic, soft, bronzy, warm, Kim Kardashian-esque glam look, which is a look that I love to do on clients. Something a little bit less structured, a little bit more blown out, a little bit softer. So I thought we would do that today. Obviously, Kim has yet again broke the internet with her Met Gala makeup look and outfit and everything, which was just giving me absolute life. So I kind of want to pay homage to that a little bit, but I want to make it still a little bit more warm, smoky, what I had originally planned to do before I seen her slaying the Met Gala. So what I think we'll do is something kind of bronzy and warm. We'll do the nice kind of smoky liner look, but we're going to take it a little bit more into a classic Kim look as well. And of course I got the gloss too, so we'll get to that soon. So what I'll do first is zoom you guys in so you can see. So the first colour I'm going in with is Miami, and already I'm really impressed with the colour payoff. It has laid down on the crease really nicely. And we're just going to buff that into the crease and kind of pull it up. We're just kind of pulling that up towards the brow bone. And then we're just going to make sure that the crease is looking super defined. And then I'm switching over from my Morphe R37 to a little Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush. And I'm going in with the colour Albanian, which I do believe Mario used on Kim at the Met Ball. And I'm just going to start to deepen up the crease. And hello, this colour. Okay, this colour can stay, we've got space for you. And we're just going to really use that to warm up the crease. This colour, I think, I can see me hitting pan in this colour really soon. Take my previous brush, my Morphe R37 again, and just really buff that colour out. And we're getting that really nice, warm, Kim K, bronzy, smoky, but natural looking eye. I think we have a winner. So I'm going to try to deepen it up using the colour Loyalty, which does look a little bit like a cool tone brown, so I might not like it as much, but we will try. We will persevere. This is just really to smoke everything out. Okay, do you know, this is actually nice. I know that I don't really tend to go for cool tones, and I did think this colour was looking a little bit mucky in the pan, but just to add some depth to the eye, it's actually really nice. I'm sure you're all thinking, a warm crease, really? Not different from me at all, but don't mess with success. So for the lid, I really don't know what shimmer to go for, so it's between this one here and this one here, Bronzy. Bronzy is the one that I'm really thinking I should try today, because I know I don't often do a dark colour in the lid. I'm all about that spotlight or cut crease to mask these hooded eyes, but for the purpose of today's video, I think we should try it out. So I'm going to just take my little Morphe M224 and pop it into the shade Bronzy, and I'm going to just slide that all over the lid. Might even wet it. We'll see how it goes on dry first, and then if we need to wet it to make it more intense, then we have that option. So I'm just going to press that on and slide. That is a really nice shimmer, but I think, yep, finger will do a better job. That is really dark. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Glam, which is a nice kind of cool toned bronzy gold. And I'm just going to slide a little bit of that just over the top, just in the inside of the eye, just to give it a little bit more pop. Yes, that's more like it. And then what we're going to do is a really nice kind of soft smoky liner on the top. This is when I can pay homage to the Kim K Met Ball Glam. I am really upset though, because I can't for the life of me find my Urban Decay Perversion eye pencil. This is what I would be using for my smoky liner, so I'm going to have to use something which I know everyone seems to go on about how amazing it is. For me, it is not my favourite, which is the Inglot 77 Gel Liner. We're just going to take that Inglot Gel Liner and we're just going to line the upper lash line. Don't worry about it looking super perfect, because I want it to be a little bit smoky anyway. The closer you get to the outer eye, you want it to be a little bit thicker. I want to get the inner corner really dark as well, because that is how my gal Kim did it. So I'll lay it down just now, but I probably will go back over that in a sec. So with this kind of look, I like to work one eye at a time at this point, just in case the gel liner was to dry in. I'm going to take this little Morphe M149 brush with some of that dark brown shadow, and I'm going to use that to really pull the gel liner up. and get it looking super smoky. Especially in that outer corner, you want it to be really smoky. So I'm using a little Zoeva Luxe pencil brush. I love little pencil brushes. This one is stained pink, so I don't really mind if it gets black on it or dark brown. So we'll use that one today. And I think this will do better than that Morphe brush for dragging it out. Yes. And just really pull that through to give it a really nice soft blend. And if you over blend away, like I said, you can go back in and add more. But just getting that really nice smoky liner effect is just what we're looking for to do. I'm going to take this shade Albanian right here, and I'm going to just use that to really smoke out the lower lash line. And then go in again with that shade Loyalty, the nice dark brown, and we're going to just repeat smoking out that lower lash line. Tap off your brush at this point because you've got quite a lot of fallout risk when you're doing a really smoky under eye like this. So what I'm going to do next is take that Inglot gel liner and I'm going to just run that into the waterline. And you almost want to take it in between your lashes as well, just because then when you go to smudge it out, it's going to look really seamless. And I always, if I'm doing kind of gel liner or pencil and do a smudgy lower lash line, I would always say just to do it one eye at a time. It will give you much more control over the product setting. And then take some more of that dark brown shade on my little pencil blender brush and really start to smoke that out. Now I know this look is super dramatic and super smoky, and it's really not for everyone, I totally get that, but for me, I like a smoky lower lash line, so I'm not fussed. Okay, so the under eyes are looking super smoked out. I am obsessed with this smoky lower lash line. It looks super glam, super Kim, very smoky. It needs to now be finished off. So obviously my face is one colour, it's matte, it's a bit light, the eyes are really dark, that's all you can see. So we are time to bronze and sculpt the skin in true Kim K fashion. So for bronzer, my Urban Decay Beach bronzer, because what else would I use really, we will just start sculpting the skin. And I'm going to be using a big Grand Luxe powder brush from Zoeva. This is like the first of a couple of bronzers that I'm going to use today, just to give me a really nice three-dimensional bronzy look. So I want to go a bit more darker with the bronzer, just in true Kim K fashion. So we'll switch over to my trusty little Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette, and we'll take the shade Angle probably first. And I'm just going to take that. I love the smell of this bronzer palette. Oh, you have no idea. And we'll just kind of start sculpting cheeks with that, and that's more what we're talking about. Nice and bronzy. And then for a highlight, I have something really exciting to play with. So I have the MAC Hyper Real Glow highlight palette. I have there's two colours, one's more pinky and one's more gold. I can't find the names. Get It Glowing is the gold, and Flash and Awe is the pink. So I think we'll go for gold today because I think it'll go nice with the bronzy look. So we'll open this up. I think it's going to look bomb with this makeup look. I don't know if you can see, but there's a really nice kind of bronzy gold, a white gold and a yellow gold. So them layered up is going to make my cheeks look popping, and that is what I'm all about right now. So using my trusty Anastasia highlight brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Rosy Cheer first. This is actually a lot more subtle than what I had thought it would go on like, but yeah, it's nice. I'm guessing the trick to this really popping is to layer the three of them, since it's light, medium, dark. So we'll go in with the medium shade next, and we will just kind of sweep that everywhere as well. And then we'll go on with that light shade Gold Coasting. I'm going to switch over to my little Morphe R36 highlight brush for this, and we will get my cheeks popping. Okay, so everything's looking super seamless. I really like the finish so far. I want to give myself a bit of an all over Kim K glow, so I'm going to go in with one of these bomb new MAC Fix Pluses, the glitter ones. So we've got Gold Light and we've got Pink Light. Pink Light is actually the one that I prefer, but it wouldn't be Kim K if I wasn't a golden goddess. So we're going to use Gold Light. So I'm just going to mist my face in this. Now, if you're doing this for a night out or something, do not put this on after you've got your outfit on and that, because you will end up covered in glitter. I would advise highly to do it in your pyjamas before you finish your look. So we're going to just spray. A good shake. I like that noise. Is that the same noise as normal effects plus mates? There's a wee ball in here, but I don't know if that's the same as with normal, but we'll try it. I'm just going to lightly mist the face. And now that my makeup is locked down and not going anywhere, we need to finish off with a lip. So I picked up the KKWxMario gloss in Super Nude. I told myself I was only getting the palette, but when you're calling a gloss Super Nude and you really expect me not to buy it, really. So I don't know if she wore that actually. No, she didn't, but I'm going to. So I'm going to line my lips first with MAC Hover Lip Pencil, which I do believe Kim K has said is one of her favourites, and it's out of stock everywhere, but I've got mine, so For lips, I'm going to use a new favourite nude of mine, which is one of the ones that MAC have just brought out, called Shrimpton. It is a really nice pink nude, really similar to what Kim had on. And then let's go in with that KKWxMario Super Nude Gloss to see if it is as super nude as it claims. Okay. Formula wise, it feels really nice. It doesn't feel sticky. I do feel like I'm having to dip quite a lot. So we definitely have a winner with that gloss. So that is the finished look. I don't know how true to my vision of recreating that Kim K meatball look I did, but I really like how this looks turned out. The eye palette was really nice to work with. It blended out really nicely. I did think I got a little bit of kickback from the shadow, so it doesn't look pristine anymore, but what can you do? Really like the colours, they were really easy to apply. I really like the finished look. Very different from me with this kind of smoky liner. The gloss is bomb. You know, I like a good lip gloss, but this one is just super juicy. If you like how this look turned out, then please give it a big thumbs up. Please hit subscribe so that you don't miss any future uploads from me. Also ding that little bell. If you want to see what else I got up to, then you know my Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter are right here, so make sure you give me a little follow on them. And yeah, apart from that, thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you'd like to see next from me in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.